Habari yako. How are you? That is Swahili language. Uko wapi? Where are you? Asubuhi, morning, jambo. Are you okay? This morning I want to talk about the assassination of young DOLPH in Tennessee, in Memphis, which happened in November. The case went cold. The Makidas cookies shop owners, speculation, their daughter who was a stripper, and all that stuff. But eventually, straight drop, Johnson was arrested somewhere in Indiana, and he was extradited to Memphis to answer charges. Now the case has reached another level. Those were just shooters. They have confessed. The culprits, the people who put the bags on DOLPH's head, they are still at large. But they can't go far. They'll be arrested soon. You can run, but you cannot hide. The US Marshals are looking for you in FBI. Young DOLPH, why was he taken out like that? Somebody who was so useful to the society. Young DOLPH knew he had made it, and he wanted to give back to the hood by raising back, turning back the arm to the people you grew up with, to help them, to raise them up, to lift them up to the level of your status. All of a sudden, shooters comes along. This is ridiculousness. This is something that shows the hatred amongst the black communities in American ghettos. Young DOLPH set a good example on how you can succeed and become prosperous despite the challenges you're facing as a black person in America. All of a sudden, somebody comes from nowhere and starts shooting and planning and plotting how to demise you. DOLPH was a father. He had a family he was taking care of. He had grandparents. He had great responsibility, and he had shown the way forward. But a few Arabs, boys here, vagabonds, planned for his demise. Be very careful. Yeah, be very careful. This hate, it's not something started yesterday. It is something that was planned long time. But young DOLPH didn't know. He trusted them so much with his security and his movements. Now they shot him. This is how crooked the societies are. No matter where you are, once you know you have made it out of the hood, you have made it, don't look back. Young DOLPH died for no reason. He would not have compromised to go back to start giving the turkeys and giving back the community where you come from. He would have given that to designated people within his inner circles to do that on his behalf. It's a serious thing. It's not something to joke about. You cannot buy properties where you come from. You can't. And you know how dangerous the environment is and how awkward it is. You can't. You cannot hang around with the same old buddies you used to hang around with when you didn't have money. You need to change and transform and move to better positioned environments. This is it. This is it. I'm very bitter and angry. That man had a vision, had a plan, had a big, big project. But they took him out inside a cook shop. Beef up security. The district attorneys are pressing for death sentence for the accused if they are found guilty. They are pressing for death sentence. Johnson straight drop. You once hanged out with Dove. You were his shooter sometimes back. But the moment he couldn't elevate you to the level you wanted, you became enemies, and then you planned for his death. This is not something good. It's not something good. Now the big bugs, who took it? Who was behind this? Because there are big people behind it. And these big people behind this, there'll be blood to the books. This is how dirty this gangster music is and the drill music is in the United States. Black people, they hate one another. Does it mean we cannot sit down and discuss something? You tell me what you want openly. I tell you whether I'll be able to help you or not. Why should you plan for my death? Whoever did this, he made a serious mistake. He made a serious mistake. And whenever he is, he knows it's not going to end up well. How can you cut short the life of a middle-aged man who had a very big plan for his neighborhood because of self-hate and greediness and jealous? Black people, wake up. Stop fighting. Dove was a serious investor. Dove had great mind. Dove knew how to exit music industry and get into real estate business. He knew. Not many musicians do that. Most of them, they end up being broke, owning nothing, even families. Dove did not have 20, 30 children. He had only 2 children. That means that boy was focused and he knew he was in music to make money, invest the money, and live a quiet life. He was not a careless boy. He was not a careless boy. Dove never sold his soul to the devil. No. Even that song he sang called Weigh My Scale, he was trying to explain about how difficult it is in the system of music industry as an independent artist, because Dove was not signed to any record label. In fact, he wanted to have a share with Empire. He approached Empire and asked them, can I buy certain percentage of your investment? He had $100 million and he proved. These are the things we're talking about. Money brings enemies. Money attracts friends. But 70% of the friends it attracts, they're not good people. They are people who are sellouts. They are people who don't want to. They laugh at you, they laugh with you, they talk with you on a daily basis, but at the back of their mind, they are planning evil. That is the world we are living in today. Young Dove was a good example to learn from. Once you made it, stop going back there where you come from. You're going back to do what? It's not going to bring any difference in your life. In fact, it is hate. That's America for you, the black America for you, the black South African for you, everywhere. But on this case of young Dove, this is a serious issue. He would not have been taken out like that if he observed his security. It would not have happened to him like that if he did not even talk to Makida's shop and tell him, I'm coming for the cookies and make the orders and all that. Because somebody was watching him, his movements. And this lady he met by the petrol station carries a lot of weight. Participated on this matter. Participated by giving the location of the young Dove. He made an IG video and photograph of him at the petrol station and dropped the location to the killers. That's allegedly. They played part. They played part. They played part. Watch out the people you move around with. If you're a celebrity. Now young Dove left very young children under 10 years old in a window. This is something, I don't know how to describe it. It's not something good. I feel sorry for the family. May the sheriff, the county sheriff of the Memphis and the police department speed up the investigation and put this case to rest, because the world received it as a shock. Hit that subscription button. Hit that subscription button and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I played with you. Subscribe to the channel. Help me to grow the channel. I have a very beautiful daughter here who is very much concerned about, Daddy, your channel is not growing and you are putting so much content. Help this child grow. Have a beautiful day. It's a very sad story for the young Dove.